Hello everyone and welcome to another track guide video, and today we got Deep Forest Raceway but in reverse. And for this one, as you can see on the screen, I'm using the Suzuki Gr.3 car because it's pretty fast in the straight line, and I think in the end it can give you very good results. And of course we need to run the medium tires, and without further ado, let's get going. Starting the lap, and you might notice here that I'm always upshifting very early. So this car is kind of the best when you upshift at about 30, sometimes even 40% on the way out. So basically you always need to skip a gear, and this is the one that I always kind of use for a little bit of a marking. So make sure that you go wide, go over that curb on the left and start braking into 150. So, but it has to be very gentle braking until the 100 meter sign, and then you brake in the straight line, wait until the end of the curb, and make sure that you downshift into first gear. So this is going to be very important now. Downshifting in the first, rotating the car, and quickly upshifting in the third, and full power out. So whenever you're going around the circuit with this car, it's always best to put the throttle very early. You might notice in the next couple of sections that whenever I kind of miss my acceleration, I'm very slow, because you need to keep the revs up high. You need to keep the car going, but at the same time it just needs to flow. The car really needs to flow, because when it stops, it's very difficult to move. Beginning of the curb, once again we're looking at the end of the curb, downshifting into first, upshifting once again into that third gear, and just be careful on the way out because the car might get very slippery. So here, once again, it's the end of the curb. But the way I'm doing it, I'm going in fourth gear, and then when it's time to upshift, it's already at kind of at the uphill section, and that's when you upshift into fifth gear just to avoid that additional upshift, and then you reach the entry into the tunnel. So basically just at the entry into the tunnel, maybe it is a bit later, I mean maybe a bit earlier, a bit later, depends on which line you take, but fourth gear must be done on the way out. So the car will slide a little bit, and I did tap the wall here, but it was my fastest run. So it's the end of the curb, but just make sure that you don't hit the brakes too hard, otherwise the back of the car will get loose, and you need to get this apex very late, which I quite didn't do here. So you want to take kind of a wider line into this one, so all of this section becomes kind of a flat out zone, I would say. But I think I had to lift a little bit. If you take a line like that, I think you're going to lose about half a tenth, maybe even up to a tenth. But we are going to the last point, which is the 50 meter mark, and as soon as you start braking, you need to turn. I think I could have done this a little bit better, just downshifting into second and quickly upshifting into fourth. This is the way to go, but I think I could have carried a little bit more speed if I got onto the curb, which would kind of give me a little bit more rotation. But it was at 23.9. I was quite happy with the result, but I also think this lap can be much quicker than it actually is. So I've seen a 23.5 and a 23.4. They all look kind of the same, but it's all about those little things, and it's just about keeping the car going. But in general, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can always smash the like button. You can even subscribe to my channel if you really like it, and until the next time, bye.